Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading. Thursday morning. Cold Thursday morning. Hope everyone's doing okay. Don't think there's a lot of people here yet. Heck, I'm watching my own stream and YouTube doesn't even acknowledge it. So, let me check. That's interesting. Okay. So, market last evening. First of all, coming in today down $123 from last evening. So we'll try and make that back. 123.50 to be exact. So let's see what the market's doing. It was doing overnight. Doesn't look like it was doing a whole heck of a lot, actually. See, our high here is recent at 15,182. We dipped below 15,000 for the first time since, I believe it was last October, last evening. And it's kind of slowly risen, pulled back at the Europe Open, but bounced back since. And currently sit towards the top of its range of just slightly under 200 points. So I say it doesn't look like it did a whole lot. I mean, 200 points is actually a pretty big range. ES, same basic move. Though it is sending a short signal on the 5-minute right now, so is the NASDAQ. That's interesting. Let me look at the 1-minute on the NASDAQ. Alright. Oh yeah, that was a nice little signal to hit. If I've been paying attention while trying to set up the stream. Be other opportunities later. Let's see here. So ES is about a 31-point range. Kappa's been coming up pretty much all night. Pull back here. But we have about a 180 tick range there. Gold. Hit a high of 1844 before coming down. Just made a new low of the day a couple minutes ago, about 15 minutes ago. About a 8-point range. UltraBond. So the low of the day was its first candle when it wicked down pretty hard and came right back up. Right down the 186 flat. About a 1.5 range. All. About a 1.25 range. Came up, hit its low here, came shooting up basically, hit its high here right around midnight. Now sitting just about mid-range. Natural gas is currently setting a new daily low. It's back below 4. It's about 100 ticks in range. The Russell, I forgot to adjust. Russell basically performed the same move the NASDAQ and the ES did. It has about a 21-point range. So that's where we sit currently. Looking for our next opportunity. See, this was definitely a missed opportunity in both gold and on the ES. This came down so far. Be looking for 30 points. I'm not sure it's going to get there. We'll see. Gold came down. Gold would have gave me the 20 ticks I'll be looking for. Copper's been coming down. Sort of easily giving me the 16 ticks I was looking for. Crude's been coming down, although that was kind of choppy. Interesting candle right there. So now VV8. Last night on stream, and then I took 2 trades while on stream. Had one after, shouldn't have taken the one after. Took a loss on gold to start the evening. I got a win on MNQ and then a loss on MNQ. The indices are continuing to come down. And there you go. From that short signal there would have reached 30 points of profit. That'd been a good way to start the morning if I had been paying attention then. But alas, I had not. Now looks like NASDAQ is pulled to, it's not quite mid-range yet. It's given back a lot of the gains in this last leg up. A little bounce there on NASI. Got below the 70 line. I'm sorry, the 30 line on the RSI. Gold's kind of sideways, bonds sideways, copper still slightly trending downward, crude leveled off, natural gas doing this interesting stair step, big move down, stair step up, big move down, stair step up. And of course the Russell and the ES are coming down. Started watching a bunch of new assets. I'm going to put on alerts for them probably over the weekend. Start watching them on the 5-minute chart for one specific setup that doesn't happen too often. That setup is this. It's happened a couple times on silver here. Actually, it's happened more often on silver overnight than I expected. And the move is when it touches or breaks the band, the Bollinger Band, that's on the RSI. And I consider it an absolute A+ setup if it also breaks the Bollinger Band on the chart. Regular part of the chart. So right here, this one right here, shortly after midnight, perfect setup of a reversal of this nice up move. Now, if I had taken this buy signal, this would have worked. This signal would have been perfect both ways. It would have been a signal for me to get out before taking giving back too much. I could have followed this up from 230 up to 325, which would have been about $500, a little less than $500 on silver. And then seeing this hit the band down here on the RSI, know this was a reversal and I could have rode this all the way back down. Or I could have just went for a quick scalp for the reversal, because you never know if the reversal is going to end at the SMA line or, if it's just going to be a couple bars and then continue. But when it breaks or touches this band down here that I have set at 2.5 standard deviations, and it touches here, you're almost guaranteed at least 1 or 2 bars of reversal. You see, we hit it again here. This candle up. And immediately reversed by 7 ticks, which on silver is $175. Could took it down even further for 2 more bars and been good. Now here, this was another good reversal, but it did not hit the standard, the Bollinger Band. Obviously another good reversal, bounced off the third band. And then we actually did it here as well. Got outside the band. Now this was a little bit more risky because this was trending upwards, a steep move up. Usually you want them like here. This was a little bit steep. This was barely anything. Just a little bit of a poke. So yeah, this one you would need to get in and get out because you got 4 ticks out of it and then it continued going. Now if you'd stayed in through here, you would have got more out of it. Could have got 230 down to 165. So that would have been, a decent play if you wanted to hold and hope that it fell through. But I think of these more of a quick get 1 or 2 candles usually. So I'm gonna start looking for. It seems like if it breaks these bands, and especially if it breaks the third Bollinger on the chart, it seems like it reverses, and it's a good entry somewhere around 75 to 80% of the time. It's just knowing what you're reading on the chart. Obviously, it's very easy to notice them as you're going here. Looking back, it's noticing them as they're happening on the chart. Charts are much easier to read looking back than in real time. This is an interesting gold signal here. I wouldn't have taken this signal. This happened right before we went live. Just because it's downtrending, at the time the bands are downtrending, the SMA was downtrending, came up, popped up, You see, it went sideways, but now it's continued up. I'm not sure if it would have. It's 38.4. Hit a high of 39.9. So we got 15 ticks out of that. Pulling back now, but we're uptrending based on the bands and the SMA. So indices are starting to pop back up. See a buy signal here on ES. Not too long before NQ sends one, but we have the downtrending SMA, downtrending bands. As far as NQ, we also have a 200 EMA sitting there. Natural gas and copper popping back up. You can see here, this works on the 1 minute chart too. I don't have the alerts on there because I'm not sure how to manage my alerts well, where they're not popping all over. But I guess it didn't touch, or did I brought up the wrong chart? Try to get the right chart. See here in copper, here on the 1 minute, it hit that Bollinger Band, and then if I had noticed that, I could have grabbed into this for 8 ticks up, but and here just broke the Bollinger Band on top, and you see it reversed. The problem with trying to the 1 minute chart is just you gotta jump in so quick, you don't really have time to analyze. So I haven't really tried to play these bounces on the 1 minute. You almost need to be watching only one chart to play those bounces. And I have thought about trying that on the NASDAQ. Just watching one chart for several hours and seeing if that might have some fruitful results. You see, it doesn't happen often. And it usually happens if there's a big move down. You can see how it broke here after this big candle. Went a little bit sideways on the next candle, got back in the bands, and then popped up. Now this kept going down. This is why I say I only grab 1 or 2 candles. This went up from 52.20 up to 52.70. So it was 10 ticks, which is 125 bucks, before it reversed. If you went for just say 4 ticks, a 4 tick scalp, 50 bucks. If you did that with 2 contracts, grab yourself 100 bucks. Economic calendar, let's take a look. As soon as I find it. There it is. Up NQES both sending us buy signals in the downtrending Bollinger Bands. Okay, so here's the economic calendar. I believe we have we have jobless claims coming up at 8:30. And a whole bunch of stuff from the Philly Fed. I'm not sure how much that affects anything. And at 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock Eastern, we have U.S. existing home sales for December. And of course, next Wednesday we have FMOC. ES. I was saying that this is an interesting candle here in the NASDAQ. We are leveling out. It looks like it wants to try and push up. There's a good chance of a reversal here as well. See, we are red on this candle. We have smaller candles right now in NQ. 5 minutes before the top of the hour. Don't seem like anyone's awake out there yet. Grab your coffee. Get in here. Crude oil. Someone's getting crude. Crude making the same move. ES and NQ both sending buy signals here. Oops, wrong way. Oh, actually, I was looking at ES and not NQ. Oops. So NQ actually did send a buy signal here. We're already 2 points into it. I'm not sure how much that matters. Maybe we should go look at ES. ES still hasn't sent that buy signal. Russell just moved down, so I think we're going to stay out of this signal for now. That's a bit stronger of a buy signal there on the ES. UltraBond. I hesitated too much on this ES. I had a chart up. It's gone up a point already. Pull back here. CNQ, that would have been a good signal to follow. 10 points so far. Not sure why I second guessed that one. There was no good reason to second guess that. Maybe there was a reason to second guess it. It's pulled back. Copper. Copper, pull back, short signal. Gold has just kind of slowly grinded up. And it's grinded up like 3 points. Oh, big, whoa, big move down there on copper. 20 ticks. We're at the top of the hour, and okay, so the good reason not to take that trade was that it was going to fall mighty at the top of the hour. Morning, Jay. How you doing? Getting a short signal on the indices after that big move down. Fun, fun. So about a 14-point sell-off there, and then coming back up, or trying to bounce off the SMA. Copper, big move down. I expect to bounce, maybe. Gold, pulling back here. I was right. Copper did come back up. Gold and copper. Gold trying to send us that short signal. Copper trying to send us along. I'm trying to wake up. Bit stuffy and nasal tonight. UltraBond. Gold. That's an interesting short signal on gold. It's one I don't normally take. I'm not going to take it, but these breaks of the SMA and getting signals have been working. See, good reasons not to take it right there. UltraBond. Huh? This would have been a good copper signal, but weird. It came down and then came all the way back up. See here, the movement Russell here broke this band, and that's popped back up nicely. That'd been a good band play, or a good reason to play in a band. Sorry, it's early. My jokes suck. Crude. Buy signal there. It actually looks like a decent signal there on crude, possibly. See, I came down here, curl failed here, came down, and then failed on this short. Now popping back up. Let's find a crude chart. There's a crude chart. Oh, big. Nope. Maybe it wasn't such a good signal after all. Yeah, good signal after all. Nope. That would already stop me out. So crude's indecisive. It looks like it's coming back down now. But everything is sideways, so we'll wait to see if it picks a direction. NQ grinding up. Gold sideways. Copper would have given me my profit target if I had followed that signal. Just a weird place for a signal there. NQ flushed down. again. Down to the ATR line. And popping right back up. So far things are kind of squirrely this morning. Like NASDAQ does continue moving upwards here. Copper coming right back down. Pull back here on copper. This is an interesting little sideways S pattern it's forming. Morning, Walt. How are you this morning? I agree. Let's make some money. Market's being kind of wishy-washy so far this morning. Except for natural gas. Natural gas is just selling off like crazy. UltraBond. Russell. Move up here on the Russell. No follow through so far. See, these last few signals on the indices have failed. This one failed. This one failed. Obviously, that one ended up being good. Very good, as a matter of fact. Ooh, sorry. There's a buy signal in the S&P. On an S&P chart. It's here somewhere. Pull back again. It's right below two different moving averages, 50 and the 200. And it looks like it bounced off here when it gave us that buy signal last time. Just bounced again. Pretty harsh bounce there, as a matter of fact, down 2 points. We have unemployment report coming up in about 13 minutes. That should give us a little bit of a volatility bounce, one way or the other. poke this with a stick and say do something. Copper, still continuing that up and down, no follow through stuff. Natural gas. See, NASDAQ actually had a nice little reversal candle there. I had seen that. Bounce off that third band. Came back down by 10 points. ES and NASDAQ continue to head down. Gold, big move up there by a point. Also into the third band. Okay, see if this reverses. Yep. Sideways on the indices, sideways on crude. Natural gas finally stopped coming down. Nice little pop up there. I should have took this gold signal maybe. Yep, I should have. I think we'll see if it goes. Right now I could have scalped a point off of it, it looks like. Yep, there's the pullback. Yep, looks like this was a missed opportunity. Could it be more crude? I'm sorry, copper also heading upwards. So I still know what to think about copper. That's not a fun-looking chart, but yeah, I could have got profit out of it. Some sort of resistance line here. Don't remember from when or from what. Let's look back. Not really from there. Oh, maybe from there. Oh yeah, That's kind of where I started it. Yeah, it really does look like, uh, like they're a high percentage play, especially uh, off the 5 minute charts. So I'm actually watching 5 minute charts again. 5 minute charts, it seems like you get at least one candle reversal off of it, if not more. I mean, here you see this one here on copper on the 5 minute chart. Just touched the Bollinger here on this move down. And this could have faked me out if I was not looking at this and think, it's time to go short. But it's actually time to go long. It could have got, looks like I ended up going a full, more than one full, whatever, 20 ticks. It just seems like a very high percentage play that I'm going to be watching more of. And the 5 minute chart for those at least they work. They seem to work on the 1 minute chart too, but it's harder to read as you're going. This fast. You need to quickly process it. And here we see. I think we saw the Russell. Russell just did it here on the 1 minute chart. Right here, it broke the third band, came up, which it broke it on this candle. See, it came up then a couple more ticks and then flushed down by a point and a half. So, or 2 points actually. So that would have been a good play. Back here broke the band as well. On this candle here, came down. And you see it broke the Bollinger as well. Could have grabbed a quick 7 ticks. Pull back a little bit more here, then went up to the SMA line. So high percentage play, in my opinion, so far. So I messed up by not taking that long signal on gold. It's gone to the 16 tick or even the 20 tick profit target I would have been looking for. Quiet morning so far. Three minutes to the unemployment report. Short signal coming on the Nasdaq. Less than 2 minutes though before the unemployment report makes me pause about jumping into anything right here, right now. Right here, right now. And there we go. Pop. Now NASDAQ has reversed and is popping back up. Let's see what the unemployment report does. Okay. So far, muted response. Let's see if I can do a quick search on what the report's showing. It looks like we're going long. Q heading up. Not seeing the numbers yet. Gold liked it. Gold popped up 2.5 ticks. U.S. insured unemployment rate rose to 1.2% January 8th, week from 1.1% the prior week. The actual unemployment claims 286,000. Forecast was 227. So it's higher than the forecast. But NASDAQ likes it. Gold likes it. NASDAQ up 20 points since the news. ES Russell also heading up. Interesting that, higher unemployment, it likes it. Gold pulling back. Or, what's gold's? Oh, gold sending me a. Ooh. So look at that big. Okay, gold made a new high of the day. And gold is not only above the 70 line, it's bumping up against the Bollinger Band on the 5-minute chart. And it's well above the Bollinger Band on the regular chart. Good sign of a reversal here. Whoa. Silver also blowing up here. Platinum liking this. NASDAQ really liking this. So missed opportunities all abound. Let's watch this gold here on the 5-minute chart. Do we want to try and play a reversal? What's the Bollinger Band value here is 1846, and 2 it's up to 1847. Well above the 70 line. Looks like we're hitting about almost 80. This looks like a good reversal play. Just not sure I'm brave enough to do it. Still well above the Bollinger Band. It's now crossing. It's just crossed the 80 line on the 1 minute as well. Let's watch it. We're gonna watch and learn right here. Just, I don't want to take a chance here, but we're gonna watch and learn, see how this does. It's pulled back 5 ticks so far. Nasdaq's continuing to. Oh, Nasdaq's pulled back a bit there too. Nasdaq actually hit 80. It actually went into its band here. If you look, I think down here, it kind of touched it as it was going up. Pulled back some. We're watching and learning here. Not much of a pullback here on gold so far. Not what I expected. It's good I didn't make that play. Maybe these band things aren't good when there's news that's come out. You can see it's. We'll see. It's actually, maybe I'm overreacting. We'll see what this candle finishes at. It's still got 3.5 minutes on that 5-minute candle. Quick look at the daily chart on gold. And we're at a point that we haven't seen. It's gold dumped big time back on November 22nd. So almost 2 months since we've been to this level. And you can see that the recent high here of 1879, which was about a week before that big dump. Up, see, there's a pullback candle. 7 ticks, 8 ticks. I was right. See, I was right. It's pulled back by at least a point right now. See where that goes. We're getting signals in NQ and ES pulling back apparently. Ooh, big pullback. So this will be another nice play. First candle here. This is pulled back 18 points. So we see this a bunch where the initial pop on the news is one way and then it reverses and goes the other way. Yep, I should have played this reversal on gold. This is now down 16 ticks, 17 ticks. So I should have went with my instinct. NQ, playing with shorting, bleh, short circuit of the mouth. Flirting with the ATR line to give us a short signal. There's copper coming down. Gold's continuing to come down. So had I played this bounce, it's 18 ticks. Up, now it's, yep, 2 full points. So that would have been an excellent play. So now we know for next time. Excuse me one. Now we wait for our next opportunity. Morning, Ace. How you doing? That red candle ended up being about 17 ticks. Went about a full, actually went down 25 ticks before reversing. So I was right about that reversal. I should have taken it. Cool. Nice bounce off the SMA. Kind of sideways now after that move from the news at 7:30 or 8:30. Gold giving us a short signal. It kind of, curled down here. So you can see once again, going back to the gold chart here on the 5. We came up, we broke, not only on this 5 minute candle, we broke the third band and we hit the Bollinger on the RSI. Would have been an excellent place for a reversal. I sat out just to watch, see how it did, and it's now reversed. Uh, almost 3 points? Yeah, almost 3 points. So that would have been an excellent trade to take right there. Silver actually did something similar, almost the same. No, no trades this morning so far. Still down 180. I'm sorry, 123 from last night. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Walt. Yeah, it's an ugly looking chart there on the UltraBond. It's very choppy there. Okay, so we are bouncing up. Things are looking good for Ace's trade there. Up about 3 points. 2 points. There's a buy signal in ES. We've been in a long buy signal here on NQ. Absolutely. Kind of sideways again now. Not a lot of, like, not seeing much in the way of long trends right now. So gold came down. I did not take that signal, which is good because it's popped back up now by over 2 points. I here you can see, this came back on the 5-minute chart. Two candles red down on that reversal that off that band on the RSI, and now it's heading back up. So that's why I say, just grab 1 or 2 candles worth of down and then expect to bounce. Nice little bump there on the Nazi. ES did send a buy signal here. Previous high over here off the news bounce is 45.50. It's two ticks under that. I have an ES chart up. Pull back. Up. Just broke that 50. It's jumping in on ES here. Should have jumped in when H said it, but see what happens. You can see my chart there. I actually remembered to bring it up this time. Of course, we're pulling back. See if we can get something off of this. Pull back by 3 ticks. Back up to, trying to get back up to break even. Still in your trade, Ace? You're up like 5 points now, right? Yeah, this looks like it wants to reverse on me. Let's see. Oh, there we go. We're up 2 ticks. By the way, you know what I find it kind of odd about um, There's the reversal. Odd about NinjaTrader. They consider having a timer on your chart to count down the candles. An indicator. There's the bar timer. I gotta add it to each chart. I think that'll be a built-in feature. Oops, and now I just closed the whole chart. Good job. Oh, we're down 4 ticks now. 5. Gold. Buy signal there. And we're about ready to get stopped out on ES. Okay. Down $100 in the morning. That sucked. If I hadn't hesitated, let's see, where did I get in at? I got in at 45.50. I should have just jumped right in on that buy signal at 49.40 and at 45.49. I would still be in that trade. We'll see if it bounces or if that would end up stopping me out anyway. Nope, it would stop me out anyway. Big move down there. So down $100 in the morning, $223.50 on the day. Like Nasdaq's gonna bounce off the SMA, or it's gonna try to. ES actually broke down below the SMA. Crude pit about to open. Not that there's actually a pit anymore, but seeing a bump up here right before it does. So S&P definitely broke down below. Crude open the pit or whatever you want to call it with a big move down here, 14 ticks. Okay, so now we're 30 minutes from the open, a little less than 30. Copper's heading up nicely. UltraBond still being rather choppy. Gold's still hanging around its high of the day. Oh, NASDAQ actually made a new high of the day. I didn't realize it. Copper's heading back up to its high of the day. The UltraBond is at its high of the day. British pound, nice move up. That's the same with the Japanese yen. Gas. Natural gas making new lows. Crude still about mid-range. Signal on gold. Gold's trying to come back down now. So that was a nice little grind up here. 85.9 up to 47.4. So about a point and a half. So I sent a short signal now. Last short signal failed. Not sure about this one. Nothing's giving me good signals today that I like. Or I've missed a couple. I mean, this would have been a decent signal, actually. This buy, the last couple buys on gold have been great. This one went, matter of fact, I mean, that one went $600, 60 ticks. Gold, 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 gold. NQ is sending a short signal. Still looks like we're trying to uptrend, so I think this might be a pullback. Let's see here. So there, we did get a short signal here on the Nasdaq. Popped back up by a point. They're smaller candles. We are 13 minutes from the open. Looking like I actually want to head down. It's going down 2 points. I'm gonna jump in here. We're filled on a micro Nasdaq. See how we do. Ah. Hate it when it bounces immediately. Three micros, and it's already halfway to my stop. Bad play on my part. Again. Let's see if it bounces on the SMA, if I'm going to take the full loss. Coming back down, that's hopefully a good sign. So it did pull back to the SMA. Let's see if we bounce. Gold coming back up. Seems like we're a bit sideways here on NASDAQ. Hoping we get some selling pressure. It's not looking good. That's looking better. $19 minutes to the bell. A nice move down, but I don't like those wicks. Seems like it wants to reverse again. Is. Stop is now above the SMA, so we're going to move the stop down some. Just above the SMA. And it's going to come up and hit it. Maybe not. Okay, we just stopped out on that trade as well. We're now down $305 on the day. Okay. Time to end this joke of a life. Nothing wants to work for me today. That came up, stopped me out. Looks like it wants to come back down. Yep, coming back down. Probably gonna go 50 points now. Copper sending a short signal. Natural gas tried to recover here a bit, but it's continuing to head south. It's kind of a weird pattern of movement here of gold. So I'm looking at this short signal. This is compared to the last few. This is more research I need to do. It's another weekend project. Hey Jay, you need to get those exams passed and done so you can help me with this research that I've been doing. But if you look here, this maybe should have told me I should not have taken that short. Because look how close it was to that Bollinger Band. It wasn't touching it. Look how close it was. Let's go back here. Let's go back, and I'm not looking at buy signals. This would probably tell me the same thing, but right now I'm just comparing short signals. This short signal that worked came here, still well above that Bollinger. This one failed. It actually touched that Bollinger. Oh, just about touched that Bollinger. This one failed. It was within an inch of touching it. So I think this could maybe help me also figure out that even if it's close to the Bollinger, I just want to make sure I'm not gonna cost myself trades. Obviously, this one actually was below the Bollinger, so that one definitely should not have. But this one, let's see. This one, you can see that it did go for a bit. 86 down to 70. So it went 15. If I was trading overnight, 15 probably what I was looking for. And it was nowhere near the Bollinger. This one, I mean, it's not gonna, obviously it's not gonna keep me out of all bad trades, but I think keeping an eye on where it is compared to the the Bollinger and the RSI would be a good strategy. Like this one was well up here near the midline, and that obviously was a great move down. At 50 points. Same here, actually above the midline. Now this is one though. You can see here it was very close to the Bollinger, so if I was following this rule, I wouldn't have got in. And let's see, how far did it go? 140 down to a low of 120. So that would have given me 15 points. So in this case, that would have kept me out of a trade. That probably would have gotten me what I was looking for at that point in time. So, but if it costs me one good trade to stay out of 3 bad trades, that's an overall win. Just a lot to process real quick. Now we're sideways as we headed to the bell. About 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes. Gold coming back. This is still an interesting pattern. It's up and down. I've had driving tests like that. It's very slow morning here on the stream. Like I haven't seen numbers this low in a long time. That must be starting to bore people. ES sending a signal. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's trying to send a buy signal. Gold's still trying to send a short signal. We ain't gonna do anything for the next 7 minutes. Okay, with about 4.5 minutes to the bell, I'm gonna do a little bit of eating of breakfast. So I'm gonna mute here. We'll watch the charts. Watch the charts and see what happens. Stack's now creeping down. See if that continues at the open. Short signal was right. It just reversed by 15 points to knock me out before going on the NASDAQ. Minute to the bell. We'll switch over to the 5 and the 1 minute on the NASDAQ and the ES. As the bell sounds, we'll watch it. Five seconds. And there's the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Not a lot happening yet. It was interesting. The 5 minute chart got stuck there for a minute. Seeing some red now. Now some green. Big green. Sending a buy signal there. Gold also sending us a signal. What's gold saying? Gold will pop up there. Okay, we're up 25 points on the NASDAQ. 5 on the S&P. NASDAQ, and just made a new high of the day. It's now up 42 points since the open. S&P may also making new daily high. See what everything else is doing. Crude selling off. Ooh, that was a nice. I missed that. That would have been a nice reversal candle. Russell doing well as well. Short signal there on crude. Copper and gold kind of sideways. Pulling back just a tad on the NASI. There's a pullback on the S&P a bit as well. NASDAQ did go up and break the band. Just pulled back a couple of points though. That's an interesting. I haven't seen this before on this RSI thing. The Russell made such a huge move up on that open candle. It went well outside the bands, but still kept going up. It's pulling back now as it re-entered into the bands. But that was interesting. That might have actually broken the 3 standard deviation. And what's interesting is it broke down below just 3 minutes earlier. So off of this candle, if you had just played that, you would have nailed this move. It looks like crude is heading down. It's downward. Actually, since this reversal here, it's come down 20 some ticks. So, did pull back. That candle went up about 45 total points, finished up 30 points. Now you're seeing the big pullback. NQ Russell, ooh, big pullback. Where it just gave away most of its gains. On NASDAQ, ES, and the Russell. I should have grabbed that crude signal. It's heading downward. So the S&P also did come out of its shell. Its Bollinger here as it re-entered. This would have been a great candle to jump in on. Grabbing this would have grabbed 10 points down. This is what I need to get better at, is reading these charts quicker and jumping on these opportunities. NASDAQ also, you see, touched. It just kind of fondled the band here a bit. Then we got slight pullbacks, big wick up, and now this move down. So once again, and you see the short signal didn't work. Just why I don't like to play the open. Now, if I played the open, I would have nailed this buy signal. On the NASDAQ, would have given me 30 points. It's bouncing off the SMA. Seems like it wants to head back up. $221's the high of the day now. Still not actually, not that exciting of an open as of this point. And there's gold again. Gold is definitely ranging here. We need to see it break out of this range. Kind of a boring open so far. Kind of makes me want to nap. Guess napping on stream would be good. Yeah. Looks like I only have one person on YouTube this morning. UltraBond. Big move down. We got a strong candle coming up here on the NASDAQ. Other indices as well. Buy signal there on the NASDAQ. See if it holds. Ooh, big moves up here. Feeling FOMO. My strategy does not call for jumping in before a candle closes. But as you can see, this is going up now 30-some points. These last two candles. Ah, I should have jumped in. Now I'm not sure about jumping in because it's well extended. Filled. Then there's the pullback. See my chart there? Let's see, this pulls all the way back, 15 points. Gold again. Short signal. That looks like the best short signal it's sent in a while. But the last three have pretty much failed. Trying to figure whether NASDAQ exhausted on those two moves. It's looking kind of like it has. Copper with a move down. Watch this gold have been this the good one. They're seeing some green here on the NASDAQ. There we go. Come on, let's continue this green momentum. Ah, short signal on copper. Gold has come down. Oh yeah, I should have taken that signal. Move back down here on NQ back to break even. Struggling here around 16,250. Oh, there's some green momentum again. High of that last candle was 61. Having trouble getting above that. It's above my. There we go. My stop has now moved to break even. See if we can get up to that full 30-point profit target. Oh, wow. Wow, stopped out break even. So it went 21 points my way, came down, stopped me out. I'll watch it go back up. Seems to be coming back down. So I'm trying to read the chart. I don't know. So yeah, it did come down, big candle down there. Definitely would have stopped me out even if I had. Well, I entered in at 244. So either way, it would have stopped me out. Yes, it's better to get stopped at break even than not, but I was up over $100, so that really sucks. Maybe I need to become more of a scalper. Take the $100 and. So let's look at gold here. See these. We see all these signals. Let's see if any of them would have worked. This one obviously would have worked. This one would not have taken because of the trend going upwards. It would have came down 8 ticks. Boom. This one would have went up 15 ticks. This one would have pretty much outright failed. This one, 4 ticks, 5 ticks. This one though, 45.7 down to 44.2, 15 ticks. That one outright failed. And this one, 16 ticks. So none of these are moving like the full, like 20 ticks at a time. They all could have provided, or some of them could have provided a one tick profit. I'm sorry, 1 point profit. Copper just took off. So let's look at where we are standing. Copper made a new high of the day. It's at its high now. Gold sitting near its high. UltraBond made a new high of the day. Crude's still in the middle of its range. Well, more toward the top of its range, but. And natural gas made another new low of the day. And of course, the Russell made a. Wow. Okay, what just happened? Wait, why is the Russell running and the Dow running? Oh, those are 5 minute candles. Okay. Still, those are some pretty interesting 5 minute candles. Is that what the Nasdaq's look like? Kinda. And obviously, Nasdaq's making new highs of the day. And the ES. So Nasdaq came down to the SMA and then popped back up 28 points. I got in at 244. It came down to 225. It looks like 223. So I would have had to be running more than a 20-point stop to stay in that trade and get this bounce. I don't know. Because sentiment was right. This has now gone 30 points. It just stopped me out before it went. Where do I put my stop loss so that doesn't happen? I mean, if this is fully reversed, do I take a huge loss to try and get? Um, I mean, I could have been happy if that 15 points that it did give me off, there. But hold on. One So now we're just kind of hanging out here. Remember, if you're here from YouTube, I definitely appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button. Kind of a not a real exciting open today. I mean, we have gone up. Oh, you know what? I guess it kind of lulled me to sleep because we have gone up 100 points, 120 points on the NQ. So that's more than I actually thought it did. Still heading up. This stop out really sucked. Natural gas is just. Oh, this natural gas chart. Wrong chart, Brian. You know, just whoosh. That's a couple thousand. This is also kind of interesting. Maybe I'm figuring out why people prefer to trade ES than NQ. You see how on ES, I mean on NQ, this came up and it came back down and stopped me out. That move didn't really happen on the ES. If I had jumped in here on ES, 58, it pulled back to 56. So unless I was running a tighter stop than 2 points, I would have never got that stop out. And it's since gone 15 points. Nice pop on crude. Nothing going on. Probably go to about 10:30 on the stream unless something exciting starts happening. Last couple of streams that I've said that something exciting started happening. But for now, it's lulling me to sleep. We see a pullback here on the indices. It's under its SMA on the NASDAQ. Copper with a pullback. Now, as you see here on NASDAQ, we touched below, just below the bands on this big red candle. And usually you'll see a band break like that on a big red candle. Now, and it's reversed about 5 points. Now, will it keep reversing? I don't know. Actually, it's reversed 10 points. That'd been another good play. But I don't have alerts on that yet. Yeah, now it's reversed 15 points. So that was a beautiful play. Beautiful. Still going. Hear the train a coming. Wow, natural gas still making lows. Agriculture. Then here's another example. Here in soybean oil. Yes, soybean oil. Came up here, broke this third band, broke this third band, big time. This was the opening candle. Big red candle back down, 16 ticks. Next one was 12 ticks, so almost 30 ticks down. I believe it's 625 a tick. Hold on. Oh, that's right. I don't have the right number. It's either 625 or 1250. I don't remember. Either way, 30 times 6, 180. We're getting signals on the indices, it looks like. Looks like they're trying to head down. Crude as well. Now, why am I not taking this S&P signal? Look how it's sitting right on that band. See? Crude's also sitting right on a band. Russell's under its band. There's the bounce. Not sure how much of a bounce, but it gets it back in the band. So again, let's look at the Russell. Oh, way. We got underneath the band. This big candle down and it reversed by over 2 points. This would have been another great play. I am really liking this idea of trying to play these bounces. And see how I did not take that short signal there on the S, and we got a bounce there by like 3 points. Smaller bounce on the NASDAQ. What did Crude do? Crude also bounced. That actually went slightly below. So we could have again tried to play that bounce there. And we would be up 9 ticks. Much as 12 ticks. So if nothing else, we're learning something today, or at least I am. Now, gold is sending a short signal. It's also near that, but it looks like it could grind down on it. Let's find a gold chart. "25 seconds to go on it. Pulling back here. Grabbing gold. Worst that can happen is we get stopped out again. There's my gold chart. I did get in a couple ticks late. I got him, holy crap, I got him 4 ticks late. That sucks. And there it's reversing. And Q sending us a short signal again. This one looks better. We're in on NQ and on gold at the same time. NQ's looking good. Really good. Gold, we're 2 ticks from being stopped out on. Stopped out on gold. Another $80 loss. So hopefully NQ can help us out here. There we go. NQ 10 about sticking about 10 points from my profit target. If this reverses back to break even on me, you might hear me scream. Oh my god. Watching this. Hoping for some selling pressure. Man, I don't believe this. Stopped out. I give up. That looks so strong going down. I don't understand. That came up, stopped me out at my trailing where I moved it up to break even, and now just come back down. So today twice, it didn't get to my profit target before reversing. Went over $100 into profit, but then reversed. Normally a 30-point profit target is perfect this time of day. But we can see here the last several signals. This one here obviously would have worked for well over 50 points. This one here, 78 down to what? 62. That would have been not even 20. And then 20 would have worked here. And 20 would have worked here before this reversal, and 20 would have worked here. There's the bounce off the SMA, but you can see, I mean, even by looking at the RSI on the bottom, there was no indication that it was going to do that reversal. Other than, you know, it was kind of doing it, this down, up, down, up thing coming down. But it looks so strong. Even the smaller candle really didn't have a small bottom wick. There was really no indication it was going to reverse there. And it reversed. I mean, it was a harsh reverse. It went up 40 points. More now. It's continuing to go. Matter of fact, it's sending a buy signal. ES do the same thing? Oh, ES really didn't do it. ES sent us that short signal there and it reversed. That was the one I said we wouldn't have taken. And it came down here. Could have almost played. Look at this. This is interesting. The ES is sending us a buy signal too, but anyway. So this is coming down. It came slightly below on that candle, reversed 3.4, almost 4 points. So we could have got in, out on that one candle. Then it came back down again on this candle, reversed by almost 8 points. And it came down here. Now this will be a little bit tougher. So it touched the band here. It didn't actually break the band. It kind of ran along the band for these two. So if you had gotten in off of this one thinking that was a touch, you would have had to deal with this 2 point pullback. Actually pull back about a point and a half. No. 68.50. So pull back 2.5 points. So that might not have been good, but then it would have went up another 4 points. And then it did it again. Now it didn't touch the band, but if this is another nice pullback off a close of the band. And now you're kind of sideways going up and down. Russell's basically did the same thing as I just pointed out in the ES. Crude touched here. It went up over 30. NASDAQ 10 points back off of that, and then now it's might be going again. It's up 10 points since. Maybe I need to start scalping 10 points. Do a 10 by 10, 1 to 1. Seems like my signals. Oh no, that would have stopped me out if I had tried that there. 15 to 15. Almost feel like that. Yeah, because this would have gone 15. That would have went. Hmm. I don't like the idea of 1 to 1, but it seems like that might be an idea. Buy signal here in copper. Good chance for a reversal as it's right at the band on the RSI. NASDAQ flying. UltraBond. Down, up, down, up. NASDAQ NES. New highs. NASDAQ just broke 15,300. So great rebound in the day. It's up over 300 points since its low. That's a beautiful move there on the ES as well. 7, almost 8 points. Pull back here. Do you want to thank everyone for joining me this morning? We'll go a few more minutes. Ken, feel free to say hello in the chat. It's been the quietest morning stream I've had in a long time. Not sure where some of the regulars have gone. Haven't seen Vincent all week. Haven't seen Vincent since last Thursday. Ace got his 2 points and left. We are back tomorrow morning, 7:30 Eastern. Gold's coming down. Ace trades ES. You're welcome. Things that kind of seem like they're sideways and settled out. Signal there on natural gas. Maybe natural gas finally found a bottom. Nope. Quick pop up, right back down. Russell's been slow grind up, which is interesting. It's still grinding up while the ES and then Q's kind of flat. Definitely interesting the way the Russell's just still going. Since this buy signal, it's gone 20 points, $1,000. See here, making new daily highs every candle. Russell's really been beaten down since its all-time high. All-time high was here at 2460 back in early November. 2460. Let's see, times 0.75. Okay. That hasn't been that beaten down, but let's see. 2460 times 0.8. It's lost about 15%. UltraBond, short signal. Doesn't look like much happening right now. S&P slowly grinding upwards. Crude also been, since this buy signal, it's gone up over 40 ticks. Looks like it's heading, oh yeah, it's making new daily highs. And it's still about 30 ticks away from the previous high of yesterday. And yesterday was the highest it's been since 2014, so 7 years. So I think we're going to call it here for the day. Nothing exciting going on. Do want to thank everyone for joining me. I appreciate it. We will be back tomorrow morning at 7:30. Hopefully to have a better day. I need to evaluate a few things. Hope everyone has a great day. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.